Alright everybody, welcome back into a new episode of the Joe Show Talk Show! Woo! Yay! Oh, that was great, Josh. Clap it out! I love it. So our dogs are circling, so I'm hoping that they don't bark, but we have a great show lined up for you today. Worked on this all afternoon, so let's get into it, Josh. Did you have a good week?
Of course.
Reiki, did you have a good week?
Sammy's so just sad.
Sammy's over there. Well,
Come here, Annie girl.
Anyway, some wild stuff has been going on in the news this week, Josh, and we're going to talk about it all, and I am pretty excited about it. So let's get into it. First thing that we have going on, if you haven't heard, is in a little Real Housewives news, is Jen Shah has been arrested. Dun, dun, dun. She's been arrested, Josh. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
So it's been all over the news this week that Jen Shah is involved in some sort of
scamming old people.
Scamming old people, telemarketing scam. So apparently, according to Variety, that they were filming season 2, the ladies. I'm just going to read this, and Shah suddenly left there saying that she had an emergency with her husband. Shortly afterwards, the federal law enforcement swarmed the production looking for the absent Shah. They found her and she was arrested. The cameras were rolling, but the source wasn't sure whether law enforcement had forced them to stop filming. So anyway, I think they definitely got caught some of it, and I'm so excited to see this all play out.
She called her aunt to pick her up.
Her aunt? Okay.
Someone called her and said, "Hey, the feds are at the house looking for you."
Uh-huh.
And then she called her aunt, and her aunt picked her up at the set. She drove away with her aunt, and then the FBI came to the set and was like,
looking for her.
Where is Jen Shah? And they're like,
Yeah.
She just left with her aunt. This is like a sitcom. You know
This
what I mean?
literally is a sitcom. I don't
know if it's a comedy because a lot of people were really scammed and probably lost money.
Yeah, but this was crazy. But it wasn't just Jen alone.
But will she be on the next season? Because that's
absolutely she's gonna be on the next season. She's gotta pay for all this. So another person who was involved in this is Josh. Can you move for a second?
sorry.
Stuart, who is everyone's favorite first assistant, is also involved in the scam. So we all remember Stuart. He would do everything for her. And were you shocked to find out that he was a part of all this?
No, because he doesn't really look like a first assistant.
Yeah.
To her.
He doesn't really look like the group of assistants. Like, he doesn't, like,
Yeah, he kind of does look like a scammer.
Yeah, I would believe it that he was the main guy, but, like, do you think her husband...
He reminds me of, like, my uncle.
Yeah, maybe. Do you think her husband was involved at all? I'm assuming. Do you think they're both going to go to jail?
He had to know, right?
He had to know. And we all knew that her house was fake, was rented. But I think she's guilty. Don't you think?
Yeah.
There's no way that she's not guilty. I don't know how she's going to get away with this. This seems like a big problem. She's definitely going to go to prison. But she wouldn't be the first person from the Real Housewives to go to prison, as we all know. So I put together a little slideshow of some of my favorite mugshots from the Real Housewives in a segment I'm calling The Real Housewife Mugshots.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I created this little graphic for it and everything.
Oh, wow.
So, So the first city we're going to get into is, of course, New York, our favorite, where we have the lovely Tinsley Mortimer, who was arrested prior to us meeting her on the show in Palm Beach. Also, I think in Palm Beach was the classic Luann de Lesseps, who was famously arrested. I think she was on camera, or at least there's footage of her being arrested, maybe from, like, the police car footage.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm going to kill you. I'll kill you. I will kill you.
That's so funny that I have to say, they look alike. They're mugshots.
They all look alike.
No, Sonia and let's.
Well, yeah, and then Sonia. Can you move over for a second?
Sonia's looks like a model shot.
Sonia's does, very Vanity
Fair. As
Fair.
if she's like her acting headshot.
Yeah.
I sent this in.
So it looks like Luann was arrested for assault. Tinsley was arrested for trespassing.
For her boyfriend.
For her, I think it was her husband, actually.
Husband at the time.
And then Sonia was arrested for drunk driving. Oh, okay. So the next city we're going to get into is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which has Nene Leakes, who was arrested for shoplifting, and then Portia, who we all saw, well, it says she was arrested for assault. Oh my god, she assaulted Kenya!
Kenya's got a gun.
That's why she was arrested.
That's so funny.
That's crazy. So that happened. As if you all
Not funny, but
yeah, no. And if you caught our last episode, you know we do ponder in Atlanta from time to time. So good to find out just a couple of these things. So this one I found to be kind of funny. So this is Danielle Staub.
How old is she? That looks like
yeah, this is a really old one. So this is Danielle, or Beverly, as she was called back then.
Thank you for pointing that out. Who just asked me if I like being called Beverly? Are you laughing now, motherfucker? Go ahead, say it again so I can say your name out here. Go ahead. Fuck you. Fuck you. These fucking goombas. So low class.
And she was
What
arrested.
what was that taken on?
This was actually
One of those things that you have to go underneath the hood.
No, this was actually an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So if you just shake the monitor,
Like someone drew that.
it'll all just like fall down. And then there was Teresa, who was of course famously arrested for fraud, and she did go to prison.
That's a true mugshot. She's the only one that's standing behind like that backdrop.
This one, yeah, definitely.
So New Jersey with that.
Very New Jersey. And then there's a couple other ones that I couldn't really track down their mugshots, but I'm just gonna like read off a couple of my favorite ones. So Kim Richards was arrested for shoplifting. Brandy Glanville was arrested for a DUI. Can you stop, Sam? No! Can you stop? Can you please get away from the lights? You're gonna freaking stop that? Nope. Alright, no. Stop it.
Must be Easter. The kids are going rambunctious.
Yeah, I'm actually, if the kids make it to Easter, they'll be lucky.
They're like, I can't wait for the bunny to come.
Literally can't wait. Kelly Ben Simone was arrested for
So funny.
God, what was she arrested for? She's on my list. She was arrested for assault. A lot of these ladies are very violent. Kelly Dodd was arrested for domestic violence. It's like either domestic violence or DUI.
Or assault.
It's a very very type of crime that these ladies are arrested for. But do you think it's odd that, like, when I first heard about this Jen Shah incident, I honestly forgot that anyone else had ever even been arrested on this show. Like, I feel like she's definitely going to be on the show next season, and like, what was your reaction to it? I guess I don't know. I was shocked.
I was too. I was like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense because no one knows what they do. And
no one ever knew what she did. Yeah,
husband was a football coach,
but like an assistant football coach.
Yeah,
for college.
Yeah.
And they lived in that large home that
but
we found
rented.
out. Well, they rented, which it's still expensive to rent a house.
Yeah.
Especially
and
one
they
of
threw
that
those
size.
parties, so they were renting and throwing parties.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she just also fell into the trap that many of these housewives have fallen into, where they show this like extravagant lifestyle, and then sooner or later the IRS is just going to catch up with them, and they're going to start to ask some questions about where they're getting all this money.
See, I watched someone say that she went on the show because she knew sooner or later she was going. In 2017, they were researching her, so she went on the show to be safe.
Really?
So if you go on the show, you most likely will be out of jail.
Yeah. If you're famous, you always can get out of jail a little quicker than you would have.
Yeah, and you're a housewife, so you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, but I'm definitely excited for this to play out on the show. Season 2 coming in hot. I bet our Lady Mary is very excited about the heat being taken away from her and her grandfather, who she married. It's okay. But Jen, it's not looking too great for you, miss. So the next topic we're going to get into is some April Fool's Day pranks. Josh, can you please move away? Some April Fool's Day pranks. Now, this seems to be the first year that I've noticed all of these crazy April Fool's Day pranks. Are you one to do any April Fool's Day pranks? You've never pranked me, but have you ever been interested in
I
that?
think when I remember, and who's remembering this year? Probably more people are just remembering because they're in quarantine.
Yeah.
So they have nothing else to do. They're like, oh my god, April Fool's? Another thing to do.
Another thing to do, and another thing to do on Zoom. And I really had never seen all the celebrities really like be this into it. But let me tell you, there was quite a few April Fool's Day pranks that the celebrities did this week. So the first one, a very famous one, is Michael Strahan here, who famously has his Gap, his trademark. As someone who used to have a Gap, I saw nothing wrong with him getting it fixed. I didn't really, since he's so famous for it, I didn't really understand why he was doing it.
I was like, oh, he looks so different now, doesn't he?
He looks so different. It doesn't look like, I don't think
it throws off.
It definitely throws off his face, and I don't really think it looks like, it doesn't look real. But this went on for a while.
Sometimes you just gotta accept what you were given.
Especially, he's 50 years old, and
and he's not bad looking.
Not bad looking with the Gap, so it didn't really make sense to me, but it also didn't really make sense why they were so white, but I don't know, this sort of went on for a while. He didn't let everybody know until yesterday afternoon when he finally did a reveal on Twitter where he had his mask on and he was going on and on about, he was like, yeah guys, I really did it, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Everyone does that.
Yeah.
They do a big reveal.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, we got a new lighting person.
Perfect, yeah, Sammy is now on the ring light, so we're happy about that. The next April Fool's Day prank, which got me, girl, is Adele was supposed to come out with an album, 30. It was supposed to come out on April 2nd. And I literally, Josh, I told you about this. I was so ready. I was like, oh my gosh, Demi Lovato's coming out with a new album. Adele's coming out with a new album on the same day. Wow, I was so excited to listen to all my divas. And then I found out yesterday that it was just, they got me, gal.
They got ya.
They got me.
They got you good.
Did you really think
I didn't see this one.
This?
I think I was just I think you told me about it in the car and I was like,
oh, good. I know she hasn't put out an album in years. And it's very reliable. 30. This is easy to do. You could have really fooled a couple of people if you if I sent this to my mom right now, I bet she would still believe it.
She would have pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Of course, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon Music. Then the last one, which you showed me and you found this, is RuPaul was supposed to abruptly step down as the head judge of VH1's RuPaul's Drag Race to be replaced by season 6 winner Bianca Del Rio. I should have known by the title. First of all, head judge. She is the host of this show. I don't really know if she's the head judge.
And it says the host. Bianca Del Rio will host the show's upcoming 14th and possible
final season, which it is not going to be the final season. Let me just tell you, there is no way.
They just branched out with so many.
There's so many more cities, there's more drag races than there are Housewives at this point, and it's getting a little exhausting. But I mean, we're here for it.
Everyone needs a little drag in their life.
Yeah.
Drag up your life.
Ooh.
Drag up your life. Doesn't matter if you're black or white. Any color you can drag up your life. Drag up your life.
Nice. I love that.
Next.
Well, that's actually all of the April Fool's pictures that I have. But are you good thinking about maybe pranking me next year on April Fool's Day?
No.
Okay, got it.
Why would I tell you?
I don't know. You're good at surprises.
If I remember, if it's April.
Yeah. Well, it comes every year.
Is it just the first? It's every April 1st.
Every April 1st,
I don't know.
That's the
Sometimes
thing.
you just remember, you don't remember.
Yeah.
You gotta be really focused.
And I feel like you would be good at this because you're really good at throwing surprises. You've thrown me multiple surprise parties. I just can't keep a secret. I can't really do anything like that.
No. And I don't know what I want to scare you about or surprise you.
I don't know. Just be fun. A fun little moment. I don't know. I don't really take jokes that well either. Practical jokes. It's really a form of bullying.
I'm pregnant.
Oh my god. Well, before we get into that, our next this is our final topic of the show here, Josh. Have you heard about the Lil Nas X controversy?
Of course.
Of course, who hasn't heard about this? So, Lil Nas X, who sings that famous song that you like, Josh, Old Town Road, right? I've seen you do the dance to it.
I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch now.
All the time.
All the time. So he put out these shoes this week that have like they're really like controversial. There's supposed to be like they have an actual like drop of blood in there from someone. I guess they went to the blood bank. It has a Bible verse on here, Luke 10:18. I don't know.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know. Something to do with that.
And they have a symbol.
And they've got the pentagram on the tongue there. Yeah. So people were really like lost their mind, especially the straight people. They were losing it over this because I don't know. They don't like gay people, and it's just like a whole thing. So he put these shoes out, and he also like did like this new music video that has like a lot of like satanistic imagery. This is like a picture of him getting having sex with the devil. Yep. That was what was going on. And people were losing their goddamn mind, and it really is like I didn't really see where all the people like. I feel like artists make videos like this all the time, put out crazy merch all the time, but like it seemed to be that everyone, at least we were listening to, I don't really know where I'm going with this.
I think, I just think, as a gay man, he was just commenting, since it's been in culture, right, that about the Catholic people, right, recently, right? So I think what he was saying is that if you think I'm going to hell, right, I'm going to go to hell, and did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, no.
Well, then he has all different looks. So, like, he has, like, all different wigs at one point. So I think he was like, I'll go to hell and I'll be fabulous, right? And then I'll be the devil. Then I'll take it over. So then he kills the devil and takes the horns. And then he becomes the devil.
Got it. Ooh,
so it's kind of like, whatever. So you think I'm the devil for being gay. Ooh, so what? Then I'll be the best devil there is.
Yeah.
That's what I took away. I don't think it's supposed to be, like, satanic.
Yeah. I just really didn't another thing that they were saying was since he put out that song that like a lot of like little kids liked, that the parents were upset because they were saying that he was like a role model and all this. And I really don't think that he's an artist. Like I don't think he should be put on that he has to like be like why is he in charge of your children who have unlimited internet access? They can watch whatever they want, and then for some reason we're putting on Lil Nas X's music.
Yeah, I don't think when he put out Old Town Road, he was like, this is for the young generation. I think he was like, this is gonna be for older people like it. I don't think he was set out. The goal wasn't for him to set out to be
a role model.
I guess a role model. Like he was inspiring because he's a gay in like the rap industry. That's pretty. Right? And what's it called?
I think him being gay is like a part of his like artistry. I don't really think it's like his entire thing either.
No, I don't think so either.
So I don't know. I think basically the Christians were freaking out.
No, well he set out what I'm trying to say is he set out to be a rapper. Or an artist, whatever. And he's an artist. He's not there to be like to express what your children need to see. You know what I mean? Like who cares? I'm sorry. Then your children should go to school.
And that's really all we have to say about all that.
Go to school, kids.
Yeah, I really as someone I was raised Catholic, and I mean the Catholic Church has its own sort of little issues going on, and by little issues I mean huge controversy that they don't even talk about. But for some reason this breaks the internet, and people and artists have been putting out satanic music for years, and it seems like they only are really caring about it is because he's gay.
What's it called? They Nicki Minaj had an exorcism, right, on AMAs.
Yeah.
And so did Lady Gaga. She was killed.
Yeah.
I think she did an exorcism too.
And I have no idea even what you're talking about, so it clearly wasn't news. So, like...
No, I think people were offended by that too, but it's just a thing. It doesn't even matter. Isn't the devil's a thing, right?
I heard
so why can't you use them in an artistic way?
Yeah. And I feel like the Christians will just, like, find, like, an issue with anything that the gay people do. So it's not really that surprising that they did this, but... I don't know. I didn't really have an issue with it. The only thing, like... I guess the shoes are a little much. I mean, he put out, it was, like, a very, like, satanistic... The reason that the media kind of freaked out is because, like, there's been a lot of rumors for years about, like, the Illuminati and, like, Satan worship in, like, the mainstream media about people in Hollywood and people, like, in the music industry. So I think the media didn't like it because they didn't want that image to be brought up anymore. And it sort of just, like, plays into that whole image of, like, that Hollywood is just a bunch of, like, Satan worshippers. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's still art, and he's allowed to put out whatever he wants. And I don't know. I guess I'll watch the video. You said it was a good video?
Yeah. I mean, they talk about the devil in church. And don't talk about the devil in church.
That's all.
And who wouldn't sleep with the devil?
Okay, well, on that note, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Joe Show Talk Show. My name is Joe. This is Joshua Hanrahan. Follow his YouTube below. What's your YouTube again, Joshua?
Joshua Patrick Hanrahan.
And this is my dog, Riker. He has an Instagram, too, that Joshua may or may not run, so...
I don't. He does.
Yeah, so... thank you, guys. Amazing. So, thank you, guys. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you so... Well, right. Bless you. All right.
I gotta go.
Okay, perfect. Can you just get back so I can say goodbye? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this show, and we will see you next week. Bye!